match number 3. A rejuvenated John Handegard with a blistering 258 ends the long losing streak.
And you know, the players have had a little bit of trouble with the approaches all week long, so the maintenance crew has buffed the approaches, and they felt they were a little bit slick tonight. John said he went through 4 pairs of shoes to find the right one, and Les has changed shoes. Again, he's struggling a little bit with the approaches in his practice balls as Handegard begins with a strike.
After 9 strikes in game number 1, 8 in a row at one point, Handegard opens up the semifinal with a strike of his own. Needing a break right off the bat, leaving the 3 and the 6, does Les Zikes.
Les, a 5-step player, holds the ball in the middle of his body, takes the step. Now he pushes the ball. Ball's right in time. Slightly lower than shoulder-high backswing. That one he just tried to get off his hand. He wasn't comfortable with anything.
Told me as of late he doesn't feel like he's bowling particularly well, although he's starting to come out of a little bit of a slump. One of the solid performers in his years on the PBA Senior Tour.
And 17 miles per hour, and he hit the 15th and a half board. I think he's probably aiming just right of that, a little bit high on that particular shot. It's interesting, the players are all right around 17 miles an hour, Dan.
National touring players would what, be an average of about 19, do you think? Maybe even more.
No, I don't think they'd be throwing that hard.
Okay.
It's because most of them are hooking the ball more than that.
Well, that's true.
And when you cover more boards, as Les covers all the pins.
And then covers his heart. Let's hope he makes it through the semifinal game.
Right. When you cover more boards like that, it slows the ball down a lot of times. Right through the heart of the pins here. See what hits what here. You have the 6, 7, 10 standing. 6-10 falls, and the pin leans on the 7 pin, and it falls. Everything fell.
Handegard's just peppering the pocket, leaves the soft 10. Now Zikes' strike has to be termed as a WHW strike then. A what hits what?
Another one of those shots is we see Handegard wiping his thumb on his shirt. He just never got out of that thumb hole cleanly at that particular shot. He's fiddling with it. He's got such a good line to the pocket, though, that even though he didn't let it go cleanly, it still wound up in the 1-3 and had a chance to strike.
Well, you can see his confidence growing with each and every strike in his opening game. I think many of the players, not only on the national tour when John was playing out there full time, but on the senior tour, have been waiting and wondering when he is going to win an event. And the gentleman that made this all possible, John Loxus, the proprietor, there you see him right behind Les Zikes here at Olympia Lanes, and he is a bowling fanatic, really enjoys the professional game as the seniors are here, and of course the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour will be here in the fall.
Lost that one again. Boy, that early release on that left lane, I'm beginning to think it is definitely intentional because it just rolls flush right in the pocket.
Ah, there's a better shot of John. Really enjoys professional sports of all types, but of course here at Olympia Lanes, located just about 30 minutes from downtown Chicago.
Trying for the double. Ooh, better shot. Came in on the old wall shot that we've seen several times tonight by Bobby Meadows. But he didn't carry it. Leaves the 5 pin.
Avid Cubby and Yankee fan.
Watch it come in light here. The ball deflects to the right. The head pin goes to the left sideboard. Hits the 4 and the 7. And the 4 misses the 5.
Les would have loved to have carried that wall shot. A double would have put him up in the match. A marvelous amateur career. He competed in 3 FIQ World events, winning 8 gold medals. As a matter of fact, I think without question, he's the most decorated amateur player in bowling as far as the U.S. contingent is concerned.
Already a member of the ABC Hall of Fame.
And his son Lyle, a very good friend of mine. We worked together on the PBA tour for many years in the press area. And, of course, he has just authored a marvelous series in the Bowler's Journal, an instructional series called Back to Basics. If you haven't yet seen that, pick up a copy of the BJ, because you'll learn something about the game. It's funny, I was kidding Les. He says, I really haven't been bowling very well. I don't know what the problem is. I said, well, just read Back to Basics, Les. He said, I started to read it, but I've been putting it down. I said, hey, you got to pay attention to your kid.
That's what my kids always say, too, Dan.
Well, we know the problem there, obviously. What's the best advice your parents ever gave you? Never listen to your parents, right?
No, I don't think that was it. No.
Cross lane, stands up a touch, but the 10-pin goes. Zikes with a smile, Handegard concerned. We're here in the semifinal game of the Hammond Open. We'll be back with the... While we were away in the fourth, doesn't get much better than this.
John right over the second arrow, about the 10.5 board, and the solid 10. You saw that going down. You said it was an X, and we see he's throwing right at 18 miles an hour, just hitting the second arrow almost perfectly. Wasn't his fault it didn't fall down.
My next question is, whose fault is it then? What do you do?
It's the pin's fault, and they're the wives together. Mary Kay and Sue.
Yep. Battling it out.
Two of the nicest guys on the senior tour, but battling it out here.
Without question. Turned that one early. Will it roll up? How about the wall shot? And Les Zikes says, hey, better late than never.
He said, I should have carried it back in the other frame. Back in the third frame. Again, the ground view. Les with that elbow breaking just a little bit as he tries to help the ball back. The result is it comes in light. The head pin goes to the sideboard, hits the 4 and the 7, and this time the 4 hits the 5.
Head pin with some acrobatic moves.
Zikes for the lead.
Good speed on this shot.
Good shot all the way. Boy, both players are getting wrapped in this game. Les leaving that 4-pin.
Well, Handegard has yet to miss the pocket thus far in the championship round.
Well, it's nice the people at home are getting a chance to see John bowl like we see him bowl every week on the senior tour.
Yeah, for the last month, everybody sitting in the armchair has been going, I could beat that guy. He's only shooting 160 and 150, but he's really a terrific player and has been for many years.
And there's our tournament director here, the regional director of the PBA, headquarters regional director, Al Thompson. He's going to be having a new bowling center down in Zanesville, Ohio.
Be spending some time there working at that new center.